I just thought this was so interesting. I've been wondering this for a few years now, and I'm finally going to delve into it. But these here are garlic scapes. They are um, buples from the garlic scapes. I'll show you. This is some hardneck garlic that I finally pulled last night. I waited a long time to pull it because I was waiting for the tops to dry. So I'll show you at the when you get your when your garlic grows up, it gets these flowers on them, and then there's the bulbs or the heads. The flowers develop, then it gets little tiny balls in them, which are called bulbils, and in there if you let them mature, you get a ton of them. I took another video of them on the head and I'll show it to you, but anyways, so this is your garlic here. When I yanked it out of the ground, some of the bulbs came off, or the cloves. So here's your bulb of garlic, and it has 6-10 cloves on it or so. And when you take a clove from your bulb here and you plant it, it is an asexual plant. It just reproduces an exact replica of the parent plant. So all the bulbs from this is going to be exact replicas from this, which is awesome. But it does call for more pests and diseases and fungus or bacteria to attack the plant after so many uses, because it's always the exact replica, and the pests and everything will figure it out year after year. So there's that. These, however, from the top, the garlic seed, these, I'll get them out and show you. There's hundreds of them on the top, and you take these out. You can throw them in the fridge until you're ready to use them so they don't start sprouting or anything, but you can plant these in the fall or in the spring and they'll be great. But when you plant these from your garlic, hundreds of them, it only has about a 20% viability. So if you plant 100 seeds, only 20 of them will possibly grow into bulbs, and that's because this plant is producing so many to try and figure out the area. So once you let these grow and you plant them, you get your 20 bulbs, say, from these will be made specifically for your yard. So they adapt and become resistant to certain things specifically just for your yard and your environment and your neighborhood. And that is so incredible. So then the following year, after you use the first batch, the bulbils on the top of this garlic will be far less. Say there's hundreds on there this year, you'll see in the other video, and next year there'll be 40, say. But each successive year you have even greater viability. So even next year using it is almost 100% viability. So because the plant got used to the environment and figured it out, and then it made all of these seeds are perfect for your environment, and it will be 100% viability, which is incredible to me. So anyone else who has been interested, I have always wondered and wanted to use the tops of the garlic, and I'm I just don't understand. Why do those just grow and go to waste? Or you cut the scapes off to stop the plant from sending any energy up, and then you'll get a bigger bulb. And I am just so much more in line with figuring out why plants act the way they do, because obviously there's a reason, hence my wild tomato forest from all my volunteers from last year. So there it is. I'll share my other video too. You can see how I pulled them all off the top, and yeah, and I'll continue to share. I'll put these in the fridge. I'll plant them in the fall, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll even count them up and see how much viability I have. And yeah, there you are. I just thought that was so interesting. So here I'm at my garden, and these here are little cloves